Hello, everybody. It is Friday again, and you know what that means.
That means it is time for another field report from ConnectWise.
Love it.
Hope
Vicky,
everybody's feeling good.
Yeah, I see you're standing in a field. I'm in the studio today so that I can pop some things up on the screen here in a minute. But
yes, we appreciate you taking one for the team. Well, our amazing producer, Jessica, is sipping margaritas by the sand in Mexico.
much deserved trip.
Much deserved. Exactly.
So what do you have? I see something in your hand.
Oh, this little guy right here, or girl, I don't really know what it is yet. But since we have baby goats that are part of this episode, I figured we could have a theme of baby animals going on. And this is my newest addition to our family. This is Lucky, our little baby pigeon. And Lucky is a homing pigeon. And yeah, it's really cool. Like I've never raised a baby bird before, so I'm learning a lot as I go here. But it's really fascinating. They grow up and within like literally 4 weeks, they go from egg to flying out on their own into the world. So they grow very fast, like literally 2 times their size and body weight. They grow every week. So
wow.
Anyways,
Lucky
he's pretty
growing
cute.
Very quickly.
Yeah. So it's pretty fun, you know?
Awesome.
Yeah.
So as we're getting started, I want to just go ahead and I want to pull up a slide real quick to talk about something awesome that we are doing here. We're doing a new Mastering ConnectWise RMM series. This is going to be awesome. It's going to be a recurring series, but to kick it off, we've actually got a webinar that's going to be hosted by our VP of Product Management, Jason Short, and our Director, Amit Mehta. So they're both super cool dudes, both know a ton of information. But with this series that they're going to be doing, we're really going to be able to help you unlock the full potential of your business by becoming a ConnectWise RMM power user. So the best part about these is these are going to be 10-minute recurring sessions. So it's not like we're locking you into an hour-long webinar. So it'll be very quick, very easily. And our product experts are going to cover things like best practice tips and tricks, answer your questions, and dive into the latest features. So definitely click that QR code and join the intro session of the Technical Mastery series for a sneak peek into what's in store. So awesome stuff.
That was great advertising.
Look, we got to plug it sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, it can't all be all animals and fields, right?
No, that's true. And it's nice that it's bite-sized, that it's literally 10-minute segments. And so make sure that you join us for that. We'd love to hear feedback on, if this is valuable, right? Feedback's always great because it helps us to improve and be able to relay content better and more impactful to you in different ways. So Will, what else do we have going on this episode today for our Friday field report?
Let's go ahead and talk about probably one of the most important and impactful industry things right now is everything currently going on with ScreenConnect. So fresh from the trenches, we have our amazing.
We'll have Patrick Beggs
joining us to kind of walk through what's going on, why this is important, and really what you as partners and as members of the ConnectWise ecosystem really need to know. So let's go ahead and bring him on. There
Welcome. Hey, Patrick, how's it going?
You're on mute, by the way.
Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. and I wish I was in a field somewhere, Vicky and Will. Thank you so much for having me. I pretty much haven't left my house in 3 days, but that's okay. And as you can see, I brought my animal. Can't see her behind me. She could be less interested. She should be more interested in this. And if she saw your little critter there, she would probably be more attentive there. So.
Oh, I'm sure. What's her name, Patrick? And what kind of dog is she?
Her name is Liberty. And she's a 5-year-old Weimaraner going on 36. So in dog years, yes.
I feel like that's a really good name, strong name for a dog. Liberty, and you're fighting for liberty and justice for the MSP community right now.
Right.
There's a lot of tie-ins that we could make.
Wonderfully put. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you giving me a few minutes to jump on the call here today. So,
man, happy to have you.
yeah, just kind of wanted to give folks some awareness about some stuff we got going on here at ConnectWise and writ large in the MSP community as well. So I'm not going to assume folks necessarily know, but we here at ConnectWise we identified through a security researcher a critical vulnerability, which now has a common vulnerability enumeration number to it, 2024-1709. It was again reported by a security researcher. The vulnerability allows attackers to exploit an authentication bypass flaw within our ScreenConnect technology, and that allows the bad person to create admin accounts on publicly exposed instances. Essentially, a bad actor can mimic the role as a system admin, delete all the users, and take over the instance. Right? Not good stuff. Mm-hmm. So we acted very quickly on this. I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm not trying to toot our own horn, but as a company, we got out ahead of this really quickly, as fast as we could, to be honest with you. We had to actually validate late Thursday when we received the information. Had to validate it, had to make sure it was real, right? We had no ability to identify this internally. It was not detectable by any of our static code analysis, our vulnerability scanning, you name it. And software companies will understand that too. Sometimes it's just what it is. We jumped off pretty quickly. Within 36 hours of confirming the vulnerability, we applied manual mitigation to all of our cloud partners, which are ConnectWise, ScreenConnect, RMM, Automate Hosted RMN. After completing this action, this meant that all cloud partners were protected without requiring any actions from the partner. Then we completed an upgrade for all ScreenConnect and Automated Hosted RMM cloud partners to the latest version, which was 23.9, and this applied further hardening and reverts to our usual release process format. You're gonna say, ask me, Patrick. Okay, maybe I'm an on-prem user, so on-premise user for ScreenConnect. So of course, we made a patch available to all of those partners who self-host on-premise, and we can't urge enough. If you haven't patched, right? If you have not seen a communication from ConnectWise, go to the Trust Center, and hopefully we can put that into the live stream here. Go to the Trust Center, follow the directions. Quite simple. They're very simple. If you have a question, call us. We have an army of folks that are ready, willing, and actively taking calls and help and doing assistance to anybody that has some concerns or questions. What we also did, which was very unprecedented, we actually did a license for on-prem customers, like I said, who are not patched, that we identified that haven't patched yet. We did what was called a license revocation. We pulled the license back. Essentially, that made the ScreenConnect instance. It's still there, but it made it so a bad person couldn't do what I said, creating new things to it. Right? To simply put, oversimplifying it. Doesn't mean anything. It still means that, and we gave instructions for those partners. So here's how you upgrade to the newest version, right? And it doesn't matter if if it was a version of ScreenConnect being actively supported by ConnectWise or one that has expired. That wasn't the issue. That wasn't what we were thinking about right now. We just wanted to get folks secured. We'll worry about the rest later, right? So that was very important that we get these instances patches. If you are on-prem and you haven't patched, please patch. Okay, that's very, very, very important. So, and we're actively working that right now. Again, doing a lot of awareness campaigning. Having folks taking this opportunity as well to let folks know. I think we were talking about something offline about that. If you had any questions regarding that. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you guys have any questions, really, you can always hit the Trust Center. You can also hit the virtual community, reach out to your account manager. Like anyone here at ConnectWise is more than willing to help get you pointed in the right direction. If you have questions, if you have concerns, problems, stuff like that, like we are all available, right?
Mm-hmm. I did a live stream with MJ Shore from CompTIA yesterday. He asked some great questions. We dove into, and we don't have to get in the weeds here, but he was like, Patrick, what else can folks do? And take this opportunity. I always say trust but verify. Trust that you patched, right? Or say you're a cloud customer, but still, take a look at your attack surface. Understand your vulnerability management program about how you apply patches in a timely manner. Take this as an opportunity to uplift your hygiene and your cybersecurity posture just in general. It's it's there's never a bad time to do that, but take this as an opportunity to to be self-reflective and understand your people, process, and technology, and make sure everything is aligned to what your expectations are of what it should be doing, right? Not what you assume it should be doing. So again, I love that term, and trying to pass it on. Just trust but verify. More than just this instance and this nuance that's going on and this vulnerability, but take an opportunity to look at your playbooks. Make sure you have the right documentation in place to be able to respond to something, say like this, or you insert the hundreds of different issues that can happen to anyone on any time from a cybersecurity perspective. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm glad that you mentioned the CompTIA ISAO. I did wear my CompTIA ISAO shirt today in celebration of your live stream with MJ Shore. Yeah. And for anybody that's listening in, if you did not listen to that stream, it is available for you to watch the recording on our social networks. So make sure that you're checking for that, because there was a lot of good content, as Patrick mentioned, that they talked about there. So Patrick, we know that you're taking this very seriously, that the ConnectWise team is taking this really seriously. You canceled your vacation because how important this was, right? I know I'm not, I know it's fun, but at the same time, it's not. Like, you took this super seriously because you gave it the respect and the seriousness that it deserved, right, at that time. And so, I think that speaks volumes, and you don't have to just listen to us at ConnectWise saying that, folks. I mean, you can go out into the community and kind of see what other people are saying and how Patrick and the team responded. But yeah, great stuff.
And I want to say thank you to the community writ large, MSP owners and operators. The vendor community has been amazing. Folks have taken their company hats off and have just jumped into the pool and have been helping. Really, they have each other, ConnectWise, you name it. It's just been actually really inspiring and amazing to watch that. So, and as we all should kind of have that perspective and reflect on that. So.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been honestly unprecedented. The amount, just what we've seen as far as the whole community coming together. And, I love that. That's one thing I do love about our community, is that whenever something like this happens, it's you take your company hat off, you roll your sleeves up, and everyone's kind of working together, especially with something like this. So thank you to everybody for that.
And I see Keith's question on there. Keith, if it's not on the university, hit me up. I'll author one myself. I actually have some good from some previous days have that. But if it's not out there, we'll find that for you. No problem. And again, go to the Trust site. There's I know we have some FAQs out there. Lots of information regarding this is out there. So go ahead, check that out. If not, hit me up. We'll talk.
Awesome. Well, we know how important this is. We know that you've been doing a lot of press tours and you've been jumping on live streams to talk about this. But we thought it was so important for you to come back on with us this week, just to reiterate the point. Patch.
Yes, so. Absolutely. If you're an on-prem partner and you haven't patched, please do so. So, yep.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay. I guess it is back to the trenches for you, sir.
I got my shovel over here somewhere. I'm digging out. It's all good.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Take care.
Right. So again,
in the theme of babies. Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I was just going
to say we've got baby goats that are coming up next, but let's go ahead and this is so exciting. I think it's the first time we've had baby goats on our Friday Field Report.
So we have, first of all, I guess we should probably let Sam introduce himself and his baby goats. So, Sam, it's so great to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, Will. Good to see you as well, Vicky. Yeah, so my name's Sam Demmeling. I'm a vice president of product management here at ConnectWise. I've been with the company forever, and I love baby goats. We have a small farm here that I live on, about 12 and a half acres. And these guys over here, they're mini Nubian baby goats. They're between 1 week and 3 weeks old. There's 9 of them in here. They're all kind of doing things right now. But sunny out today. It's been pretty rainy for a while, but today's a great day, so they're taking advantage, and they're actually laying down and just being happy. Normally, they're bouncing all over the place, but they're going to enjoy the sun like anybody should after it's been wet.
Love it.
Yeah. So you're based out of Washington, isn't that right, Sam?
Correct, near the Seattle area.
All right. And besides your goats, can you tell us a little bit about what else you have on your farm?
Oh yeah, we got all sorts of things. We got cows, we got chickens. The cows are up in the field right now. This is a field report, so we got a giant field. Probably see them way up there, but we call this the House on the Hill Farm because we got a giant hill up in the background. All the fields are in. So the cows are up there. We have a horse. We got a couple pigs and probably too many chickens, but they're great for eggs.
Can you ever have too many chickens, though?
Potentially, yes. You can have too much of it. But we have a small raw milk business as well, so we sell milk too.
Nice. That
is
awesome.
really cool.
It is.
It's so funny to me that since we started these Friday field reports, how many colleagues at ConnectWise actually have farm animals and animals. So it's been really cool to kind of learn more about people outside of what they do for work every day.
Absolutely. I mean, we had Arlen join from his tractor one time. That was great.
Yeah, he was combining corn.
I got a tractor too, and that's a whole lot of fun, but it's far too noisy.
So you've got awesome baby goats. Do they have names yet, or
the kids are picking the names? So one of them, appropriately named down here, is called Sleeping Beauty because she sleeps all the time and will lay in a kid's lap and just sit there. So my kids will sit in the corner of a stall, and the baby goat will just kind of lay in the lap and take a nap. So Sleeping Beauty's one of their names, and we got Doug and a few others. Too much for me to keep up with. 9's a lot of names to remember all at once, and they argue about the name. So, on it, I'll try a little harder remembering all their names.
They probably
so what are you going to do?
At least another 6 times, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So Sam, what are you going to do with all those baby goats?
Well, a lot of them will become goats on other farms or pets for people, right? We can't keep them all as much as I would love to. We would just run out of goats if we kept all of them. So we have to have goats every year to keep the moms in milk. Mm-hmm. So that's why we have baby goats every year. And it's always between February and March when we have them.
Okay. Well, so folks, if you're looking for a goat in your life, please reach out to Sam Demuling because he may have one for you.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook, and you can go to houseonthehillfarm.com.
There we go. I love it. So yeah, especially if you're in the Seattle area and you want a baby goat, there you go. There's your source. So Sam, I know you're not here just to talk about baby goats during the field report.
Correct. You know what's great about goats is you got to have good fencing or they'll escape. So we got really good fencing up here. Another thing that can happen with your revenue, you can lose revenue. It can escape. So let's talk a little bit about that. Would that be fun for you guys?
It's a good tie-in. Let's do it.
That's my cheesy tie-in. And, right, it's a field report. So my whole computer's out here today. So we're going to do this right from here. I'm going to put my phone down. And hopefully
Can I just say that this is a first?
This is great.
Sorry, Sam. This is a first. This is our first demo in a field for the Friday Field Report. This is really exciting.
All right. Let's see if we can get your computer screen pulled up here.
That's awesome. So I'm pulling up right now. I'm going to share the entire screen.
And so, folks, what Sam's going to be showing us today is a little.
All right.
Yeah. So you're going to be showing us. Oh.
And I'm waiting for it to come up.
The goats are cheering for you. I heard them.
So what are we looking at, Sam? This is ASIO, right?
This is ASIO. There's a lot of things you can do inside of ASIO. You can do RMM. You can do security. We got a whole lot of PSA coming this way as well. There's so many things you can do inside of ASIO. And one of them we can do is something called Unified Billing Intake. It's one of the projects that I'm working on here. But like I said, so much in here. Workflows is awesome. People got to check that out. If you've never seen it before, please check out Workflows inside of ASIO. But what Unified Billing Intake is imagine this problem. All the things you sell with ConnectWise, how are you billing that for your own customers, right? So there's two parts of that. First is you want to see everything that you can sell or have sold through ConnectWise. So we put together this screen underneath Finance, Accounting, Unified Billing Intake that allows you to see all the different business you might have done with ConnectWise, whether it's through the marketplace, if it's RMM, if it's MDR, if it's BCDR, all that can be controlled through here. You're not just limited to ConnectWise, though. If you want to manage things that are outside of ConnectWise, you have the ability to load it from a CSV. So I have this upload option that I can bring in anything I want, whether it's a big vendor like Microsoft or some of the smaller ones you might work with out there. It works with distribution as well. But it's more than just about seeing it and reviewing it. So there's a lot of that I can do in here. What about syncing, right? The ability to bring it into day. That's one of the big things we want to do here. So I got a recording for that just because the whole synchronization process is a little bit tough to do repetitively, right? I got to reset everything every month. So we're going to go ahead here.
Especially from a field.
And we're going to walk through this, right? So
yeah,
let's walk through syncing. So we're going to start in PSA here. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull up a company called Animal Vision Care. And inside of PSA, right, yeah, you have agreements. And all an agreement is a way to track your subscriptions and recurring revenue so that you can invoice your customers every single month. In here, I have an agreement that has no additions on it. So how do I take that data we were looking at in Unified Billing Intake and bring that in? So we're going to take a look at October data from when we did this recording. And we're going to search for MDR because I want to do Sentinel-1 and MDR. That's a fun combination we have here that lots of partners ask me how to bill it. You can see Animal Vision Care is in here. We have a quantity of 5. So how do we pull that in? Well, there's a few things we're going to have to do to make that happen. First of all, we have to make sure PSA knows all about the companies between what we have billed from ConnectWise and ASIO and what's in PSA. So we're going to link up Animal Vision Care here. And you do that for all your companies. It's a one-time setup. Once you're done, it remembers it. You don't have to do it again. And you can review it anytime you want. Next, we're going to check out the agreement details because you can have many agreements per company. In this case, we have a master agreement. We're going to go ahead and select that. And then we're going to head over and do our product mapping. That's kind of the final ingredient you need to do a sync. And we're going to go ahead and pull up our MDR products. There's Sentinel-1 with MDR. We're going to select that. And bam, done. We have mapped everything we need to synchronize the information we have in Unified Billing Intake with PSA. So now that we've done that, we're going to head back to our client usage details, and we're going to go ahead and hit the PSA sync button. This is going to go ahead and pull everything into PSA, into that agreement, and we're going to head back over there and check out the agreement. Before we head over there, just note we monitor everything, whether it was successful, whether it's failed. You can get a complete audit trail and record of everything that Unified Billing Intake has done with PSA. So we're going to go ahead and refresh our additions over here in PSA. And there we go. We have one addition for 10. Now, if you were eagle-eyed at the beginning, you may have noticed, hey, wait a second. I thought I saw 5, right? It says 10 here. Well, why does it say 10? Well, let's go back and check out why. So we're going to pull up everything that was sold through Animal Vision Care here. There's more than 1 for Animal Vision Care. That's why 5, 2, 1, and 2, right? All that together adds up for 10. So that's how we roll everything up and we get it into PSA and we track it going forward. And we have some exciting new features coming up in the next quarter here that's going to allow us to do one-to-many and many-to-one, which are some huge requests people have had for mapping inside of PSA. So that's next on the roadmap. So if I want to take my Office 365 licenses and I want to use that count amongst all my services, I'm going to be able to do that pretty quick here. So many cool things coming for this product and this functionality inside of ASIO that's really going to help make your life easier for keeping your agreements up to date inside of PSA.
That is awesome, Sam. I appreciate you doing the Friday Field Reports first ever live demo from a field. And that's like, that functionality is awesome. The fact that, it makes it a lot easier for billing, because let's face it, everyone struggles with billing. No matter how good you are, you've had your billing struggles. So, with ASIO, a lot of what Sam and his team are working on is making it easier for you as partners to bill your customers, to make it easier for you to drive down your cost to invoice and make it so that you're not having to sit there and manually reconcile. Now, with this, I do see a question from Keith and Sam. I don't know if you have the answer to this, but if they're looking at their cost, does that adjust automatically if, like, for example, we change a price or anything for a product that they're buying from us?
So cost will change. So if our cost to you changes, we are working through that functionality right now. You're going to get the original contract cost today. And the team is actually working on that functionality right now. So if anything changes about the cost, it will reflect here inside of Unified Billing Intake, aka UBI, going forward.
That's awesome, man. So yeah,
that is very cool.
Taking things like
Sam,
that into consideration.
Yeah, for sure. Sam, I have a quick question for you. How is the feedback so far from partners since we've released Unified Billing Intake within ASIO?
Did we lose you?
We lost him right at the question.
Right at the question.
Yeah. Well, so for our partners that are listening in, he's back.
Oh, we back. All right. Welcome back, Sam. Maybe.
Oh, he's sort of back. See, these are the moments, right, that make a Friday Field Report so fun, because you never know what's going to happen.
I'm back. I went to cellular, like my internet just gave out. Feedback has been great for partners who are using it, and we're collecting a lot of ideas. And please go to the virtual community at virtualcommunity.connectwise.com to help us get that feedback. We've had a lot of meetings with partners, and that's a great place to connect with them. Make sure we're reaching out and we're having a conversation about this.
Absolutely. And thank you for bringing up virtual community. That is something I want to plug again real quickly. It's not just Sam and his team that's in a virtual community, and they are in the virtual community constantly. Guys, our entire product team is in the virtual community for all of our different pillars. So if you're using our products and you want to actually interact with the folks that are building our products and managing the development of our products, go to the virtual community, create an identity, log in, start talking to them. In there, they're responding constantly. As for example, as Sam and his team are creating new features for things like early access, that's when they go to get feedback. So if you want to actually give us feedback on what's important to you, virtual community is the place to do it. And it's very important to us that you're there and you're interacting with us.
Absolutely. Love to see you there.
Yeah. So that's, it is definitely a great place to go. I know that our partners obviously use social media to be able to seek feedback from our colleagues about what they can do to escalate support cases, to talk about enhancements, to talk about product. But again, we have so many ConnectWise resources that are already in our virtual community as well that can help you. So if you're looking for a place to get help, that is definitely the place to go.
Absolutely. All right.
Yeah.
So, baby goats. We've had the great Patrick bags. We've got homing pigeons. Now, Vicky, with the homing pigeons, are you going to go ahead and tie messages to their legs and send them off to let everyone know that they need to patch their ScreenConnect servers?
Yeah, well, I've got some adults. So yeah, if there's anybody out there that needs to send a message to somebody that has a ScreenConnect on-prem, let me know, because I can write a note and attach it to that pigeon's leg. Let's go. Let's do it.
We're getting the message out everywhere, from emails to live streams to booming pigeons.
Absolutely. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for everybody. Yeah. We appreciate you tuning in and providing feedback. We appreciate Sam and Patrick for coming and joining us today, and Sam's adorable baby goats. And we want to make sure that we're bringing content that's relevant to our community on these broadcasts. So if you have any recommendations of things that you want to hear about, stuff that you want to see, animals that you want to check out, I don't know, please make sure to reach out to us directly, because we want to make sure that we're making this a fun but also educational experience for everyone. So thanks for tuning in today. We appreciate you. And yeah, and then we've got another one in 2 weeks, right? Yeah. So
absolutely. So in 2 weeks, join us again for our next Friday field report, where I will actually probably also be in a field again with everybody else. And we'll find something even cooler to talk about, maybe. I mean, baby goats are really cool. So is unified bill.
It's a hard one to top. It's a hard one to top.
It's going to be a hard one to top. We're going to have to step up our game, Vicky.
No pressure.
All right.
Thanks, everyone.
Everybody, thank you so much, and have a fantastic weekend. Bye, everybody.